Hello, I am the cartoonist M. Rashid. This cartoon was inspired by uh, two articles. One of them was called, let me see, it was called Omicron Variant Could End the Pandemic, New Data Suggests. And it's full of speculation as to how the Omicron variant of the virus could basically burn itself out for the most part, and then the article is full of language of the virus weakening and we getting back to normal, and the last line in it says eventually disease authorities maintain that the coronavirus will weaken, and regular vaccination and continued antiviral treatments combined with immunity will likely lessen its severity in the years that follow. And, a lot of talk about getting back to normal with, that they're ready to wrap up the pandemic, basically. It's how the tone of the article sounds. And another, it wasn't an article, it was a poll taken on LinkedIn where they asked which types of laptops do people prefer, and people were clicking on which laptop brand that they like most. And one guy came in here questioning why people are being so trusting and giving up this info. In the thread underneath his comment, people were like, next there will be a TikTok challenge to see who can video themselves holding up their bank card while reciting the 3-digit number in the back of it. And someone else said, sharing so much info so easily, it really has developed into a huge problem. I was surprised by the detail in some of the responses. And somebody else said, thoughtful. Maybe we should be less trusting. So those two concepts together inspired this cartoon. The idea of collecting all this data. And remember when they were marketing those ancestry kits, those ancestry DNA kits, genetic collection kits for a while, and saying that, the more people that they could get that info from, the better portrait they could paint of the, the populace. But not a lot of people were doing, not as many as they needed in the time they needed, So, of course, being able to collect that, you see how far they're putting that thing in your nose to collect that stuff. Is that where they prefer to take it? I know certain types of stuff you can get from the swab in your mouth, but if they could prefer to scrape the bottom of your brain instead and pull out brain fluid, it's like that they really want it, I'm kidding. But they successfully got the world's governments to make everybody get that swab up their nose, and and just hand those people all that stuff. So in the wake of that, and them saying, okay, now enough has happened and enough people have, got this, we can wrap this pandemic up. We have what we need. That's the impression that those two sources gave me to inspire this particular cartoon. That the real, other than the gene therapy patent holders and their licensees getting all that unlimited money dumped on them from the world's governments from mandate, there's that aspect, which is representative of my the corporate figure holding the bag of money. And then there's the scientists in that biomaterial that they were collecting from jabbing that long ass thing up your nose. Very valuable, you know. How could it not be? How could it not be them collecting that material from pretty much everybody that counts, enough to where they're like, okay, we're good. And then we'll slowly get more and more over time. But from this 2-year event, we got a lot from government mandate. That's awesome, huh? It seems like that's where the focus is, you know. And then everything around it was just, you know, money for those companies and their licensees. So collecting that stuff, you know, wherever they're going to do with it, whatever they were planning, you know, what do you need, you know, brain pan fluid for? How's that? It probably has quite a few good applications. Booger flavored brain fluid. You. I don't know. All right. Peace.